I'm just gonna say that.
Sorry, talk.
Okay.
Oh, what's up?
I just want to see if this has got
Mic
a
check, 1, 2,
phone.
1, 2. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
You know, I think it's good. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't filtered.
Yeah.
You guys have any extracurricular activities or anything else that you guys are doing?
This guy's an awesome beat maker.
You guys have any complaints?
He produced hits. Like,
You guys had accidents this week.
we were
Smell coffee.
and heard that.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
It's gonna be. What's one of my artists?
Just work.
Just working. Yeah.
Checking the connection.
Recording new stuff. Recording new songs.
You guys have any albums or any music that you guys want to plug in?
Definitely here. Actually, do here.
What's Banzo's what's
SoundCloud. Here, I can pull up all that information right now.
Yeah.
I know the
let's give it a
information,
shot.
but what's his album? What's his mixtape when you go?
I don't even know his mixtape. Right now, he just has a single. But I can pull up some of my work right now that I've been. I just made a song right now with my friend Ryan MC. We just dropped a single.
From Long Beach?
Yeah, from Long Beach. Yep.
Yeah.
That's my boy right there, man. He came out here to come visit. I actually told him about this opportunity in regards to out here.
What's your
Do some live interview kind of stuff. He does a lot of work with a lot of different
People.
artists. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows all kinds of people.
Yeah, Ralphie. You know what I mean? Frosty. You know what I'm saying? Like, wide variety of individuals. You know.
Right, recovery.
So he's, I told him definitely about this opportunity to come out here, come check out the radio station. It's all my good people, so I'm gonna go double check one more time, make sure this live is popping. That's good to go. Make sure this is good to go. Cool. Alright, good. Alright.
Okay.
Cool.
So we're good to go.
Okay.
Alright, I'm happy right now. You about to rock right now?
It's
You want to
you
probably.
guys are good.
Yeah, I'm good. I just the yellow mic is needs to be moved. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. All right, ready? You want to
Yes,
get
sir.
one more? Ready?
We are.
1, 2, 3.
Start. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to San Diego's Middleman, San Diego's premier talk show host. Here in San Diego's Middleman, we're here to connect with you and talk about the week. I'm here with
Oh, yeah.
It's Reed Harris. You can also find me on Message from the U.
Joseph Johnson, aka Jody.
and we have two guests for today. You guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'll introduce myself. I'm Gabrielle Dodaro, aka MsChieko on Instagram. And
This is Chandler White, aka C2, up-and-coming producer, engineer. I'm glad to be here over here at San Diego, and checking out this wonderful radio station, get an idea for the community and, get involved. So,
We're locked in and ready to go.
All right, Joseph, would you like to start?
Well, this week I have no student athlete of the week, but I have Chandler and I have Gabrielle in here. And, we're just going to get straight into it. You're a great producer, and, I've heard a lot of things that you've done. What are your upcoming plans?
My primary plans right now is I recently dropped a single with my friend Ryan MC called Lights Out. It's produced by him. I did engineering on it. And, right now I'm working with a multitude of artists, STD Banzo, Ryan MC, Too Nasty, based out of North County, Oceanside, Young Giddy, Too Much, and a variety of other artists. So really, I'm just trying to network, build a new base out here in San Diego and all throughout Southern California. Work with a variety of different artists and just, push a new sound because there are so many opportunities, in this digital age for musicians from all walks of life to really put their music out there. And I just really want to take advantage of that and build a better community out here in Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
We have so much in common. We have so many talented and bright individuals, and we need to showcase those things. And that's why I enjoy radio stations such as this, because you guys get the exposure, whether it's student athlete of the week or any events going on in San Diego or North County. You guys are really putting a lot of individuals on that spotlight, and even the program that you guys are running here, it's beautiful. So I just want to contribute and add to that repertoire, and add to that work that you guys are doing. So for me personally, like I said, I'm working on a variety of singles. I just reactivated my YouTube channel. I reactivated my beat store, my SoundCloud. Worked out a couple things as far as an independent distribution for a variety of different musicians. So really just trying to get my chops in, make music.
So, like, how long have you been producing music?
I would say, as far as producing, I bought my first MPC in July of 2013. I bought the MPC Renaissance. I used to watch a lot of videos on DJ Cat, DJ Quick, a lot of these older West Coast producers, and I could see them how they would play on the hardware, like their cadence or like the way that they would move as far as using MIDI controllers. And not so much of this new age of clicking and pasting things in the Fruity Loops. And how just like enamored by the intuitiveness of just really digging into that groove. So I've always admired that. I've always admired music. So once I got into that realm and I put my money where my mouth is, so to speak, it just sort of came to me. And when I started going to Costa and getting involved in a music program, starting off as a stage technician and just seeing these wonderful artists, it instilled in me this desire for music. Doing that and working with my friend, rest in peace, Neil Lucas, Slum. We used to be in the lab every day. Literally 10 hours a day. I remember the first song I ever made with him, literally 10 hours for one verse. Take over again. And just that work ethic that he drove into me, I'll never forget that. So.
What do you guys think your major influences are for what you guys do?
Right.
I think for me, it's just seeing all these different artists out here on the West Coast. Like I said, started with Battle Cat, started with Quick. Then I started listening to all that Mustard sound. I started listening to this newer wave, with Ron, Low the Gray, and a variety of other West Coast producers. Listen, or even just seeing how Zaytoven and his work process was. Watching his videos, like seeing all these talented producers incorporating so many different forms of music and musicianship and understanding of harmony, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. Like that's what inspires me, just being around these amazing musicians. Watching, when I was at the, near close to, Frequency, and watching a lot of, these jazz instrumentalists really, really digging deep in these, grooves, going to the study rooms for about 4 to 5 hours a day just to get that right lick. So that when we go up on stage, we're all the way in. So being around that kind of energy just really, really instilled in me, just, inspired me as a musician. Just everyone I interact with.
So, like when did you find out that this was your calling? Like this is what you wanted to do, that there is no plan B?
I would say honestly, truth be told, is when I went to prison. When I really just sat in the whole Chino, and I looked out that window, and I can see R&R, and I'm just by myself. And I looked in that window, and I told myself, I replayed everything that I was going to do that I'm doing today. I replayed it in my mind. And I tasted it, I felt it, I felt the moment. And that's what instilled me that there's no going back.
And 23-hour lockdown will have you in your head a lot. It will have you in your head a lot. And I just came from there, so I know how you feel. And but I've been around you for the last 3 months, and I see your work ethic. I see your hunger and like the way you work and the hits that you just made. Like you just made some top 10 hits and like I became a fan right away. Big ups to Banzo, it's bigger bands. Like when you guys hear this single, and like you guys are gonna feel the way I felt. And they just did a song last week that had me in awe.
John, is that on his Instagram?
Yeah. But everything will be up there soon. Like I said, it's bigger bands, and his Facebook is Van Frank, I believe. Yeah, Van Frank. and his hot singles Down Bad. It's on every
Platform, you know.
possible. So you guys go check it out, and like the way you work and the way I see you concentrate, and this is all we talk about. This is all we talk about, you know, every day when we cross paths with each other, and you know, like where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Do you think that you'll be able to, you know, produce hits for some of these stars that are already in the game?
Definitely. And for me, it's like I have that confidence in knowing because anyone who has a talent, it's going to be noticed by someone. But what it comes down to the individuals, you have to seize that moment. And I believe with that hunger and that drive and the situations I've been placed in where life has either told me yes or no, and for me to stand my ground in what I believe in, I know that given the right opportunity, I will shine. And I have that conviction that, you know, I will seize that moment. And even if I might, fluster on the way, I might, make some mistakes, you know what I'm saying? You know, things might not go the way as I planned. I accept them as I come. I take my wins with my losses.
Yeah, and I've always said it's not what we've been, it's where we're going. You know, and I was on your Instagram, and I seen a lovely lady singing the song, and I was just in awe. Now, what do you have going on? What do you have
Who
going
was
on?
that? No, I mean, me singing with him is something kind of new. We met at Miracles a long time ago, in jazz ensemble, and you were a piano guy, and I was a vocalist, and I have been in the group for about a year and a half now, and he was just like fresh little kid, and my director was like, why don't you just join the jazz band? It'd be good for you. And then we met, we became friends. I liked his sound, he liked my sound, and then I kept going to school, and then he left, and then here we are now. We're making music together. He's producing for me. I'm singing with him. He's helping me out with my albums and stuff, and just new projects for me, because I had never wanted to be a solo artist until now. So, because I've been a student.
So were you in like any groups, in like singing groups before?
Yeah. I was in Miracles Just Frequency Vocal Jazz, and we actually have an album, and it's coming out. I don't know when. Oh, probably actually in December, because it's getting mastered right now. Like, I don't know how many songs are on it, but probably like 10 or 15 songs, and it has about 4 or 5 years of different groups of frequency vocal jazz members.
Okay.
So like 4 songs here and there are sung by a group that will never sing together ever again. Like, some of these people just took the class just to take the class, because it's a class. It's
So
not
it
just
wasn't actually like a group that was, you know.
No, you like get your access code, you put it in online, and you register online as if it were a science class, but it's a jazz ensemble class.
Oh,
And you have no idea who's coming through the door. And our director, Matt Faulkner, who used to live in LA, used to commute from LA to Oceanside, but then he moved down. Yeah, then he moved down. Yeah.
Talk about dedication.
Yeah. Well, and he has a family. He has a family and 3 kids, and moved his whole family down here. And they've been here for about 3 years, 4 years. A while.
So what's in store for you?
Um.
As far as a solo artist and as far as the things that you have coming up as far as school?
Well, I took a year off, and then I'm going to get my bachelor's, hopefully in vocal jazz, hopefully at Casa Long Beach, because I'm reapplying. And I don't know, I've taken some academy, like Actors Academy at Maricosta, and it's a 5-week, 5-unit, basically it's like a boot camp. and you learn different acting techniques and methods, and you go through different stages, so different years, different terms, and I've taken acting into the next level, and I'm in the production of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
She's an actress too.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Tell us about that. Tell us a little bit more about
Yeah,
the acting experience.
Right.
That we actually just did a workshop. My director, who I met at Maricosta as well, his name is Austin Myers. He just graduated from UCSD. He brought a bunch of people together around my age as well, in our young 20s, and mainly he brought this whole team together to do the show for the actual Notre Dame de Paris that burned down. Well, it didn't all burn down, but a little bit of it burnt down.
The main tower.
The main tower burned down. Yeah. It was in the news. So we started putting this all together, and we did a 2-week workshop just to see how much of the show we could actually get done by ourselves. So we got Act 1 done, and showcased that in front of a bunch of family members, investors, other directors, just to get it up on its feet, so that we can actually do the whole show. And so all of our proceeds would go towards the rebuilding, the remodeling of the church. And then we kind of took it a step further and started noticing the common similarities between refugees and the struggles that Paris has and France in general has with our border situation here. And we are also splitting the proceeds to go towards refugee camps in France as well as the remodeling.
So when did you first, realize that you had, such a gift?
I started with singing. Well, my first instrument was a violin. So when I started realizing that performing kind of was cool for me, like I felt like a person in that element. I was probably 11 or 12, and then that's when I started singing. That's when show choir hit as a middle schooler, and then I just started singing in choirs and gospel choirs and in church too. We sing in church.
What makes you who you are today?
Like in terms of honestly, well, I didn't just go to school here in America. I went to school in Japan when I was a kid. My mom took my brother and I out of American school, and we lived in Japan for about 6 months. And that kind of totally changed a lot of who I am.
It's a difficult transition, going from
I lost
American culture.
Yeah, I lost a lot of friends. I lost kind of like who I saw myself as, because I was the first American at my Japanese school, and you're noticed. Like my hair was, different. It wasn't straight black hair, and the bangs and.
Does everyone have bangs over there?
Everyone looks about the same, especially when you walk in the streets. But yeah, the umbrellas make you who you are.
I don't know what I would have done if my mother made me.
Yeah.
Survive.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done.
So for the production, the nonprofit production that you guys are doing, you were telling me earlier, auditions are coming up in about 2 weeks. Where can people go audition for this?
Well, the production company that we're working with, Living Like Theater, is fairly new, so a lot of this audition process is just reaching out. You can like the page on Living Like Theater on Facebook, and
Facebook.com/Living Light theater.
Mm-hmm, right. And
Do
yeah,
you need people to audition?
we kind of do because the workshop was only a hand-picked amount of people just to get something going and just to show people kind of what our director's thoughts and artistic ideas are. But yeah, he wants about a 20-person choir, and this is classical music, very like chant almost. Um, but it also is musical theater, so we need strong voices.
Need people in there? Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
So event will be January
4th through the 6th
Okay. So
at USD in the Immaculata Catholic Church.
okay. For audition, it's a time crunch. How long is the production for that?
Well,
The show itself.
luckily most of us know it
Mhm.
because we did half of it during those 2 weeks.
Oh,
which
okay,
was-
so you just need a couple
yeah.
people to catch up. And,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
add.
And honestly, the rehearsal schedule might be kind of strenuous. It might be every day, because that's how it was for those 2 weeks. It was every day from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. And even on Sundays, which is not fun. But yeah,
Sometimes you gotta work. when you
yeah,
don't
it's a
wanna
lot of work.
you know?
We have to.
I see Chandler in her
So
working.
you're a musical director in this?
No, not in this. But I am musically directing Once on This Island for a high school up in Oceanside.
Oh, okay.
Work.
Up in Oceanside, and it's with Bohemian Park Academy. So it's like a bunch of different high schoolers, and I just having fun.
So what projects do you two have coming up?
Well, personally, right now we got a few singles that we've been working on. One of them on Future Going, and I did a lot of the engineering, the arranging, and composition. And she provided, her unique and talented voice. Today, we've been doing a couple other, delving into other genres and working with other top radio shows out there internationally, just sending us some work. Got a couple people, coming in and tapping in with us, got to get that money together. So a lot of it just comes with, reaching out with different styles of music, different kinds of musicians. But for us personally right now, we're just working on singles until we really have a strong, really sense of identity as far as for her vocally, because, she's in the early stages as far as really sitting down and going through the composition process, really writing down the material, going into the studio, taking takes upon takes upon takes, punching in, punching out, breathing, working on breath control, working on tone. You know what I mean? She comes from, a musical theater background and, has experience in vocal jazz and also in classical music. So we have to be able to reorient her voice to, whether it's, club and, house music to, hip hop and R&B. So, a lot of this West Coast new wave kind of stuff too.
So how is the transition from, theatrical music to, all these different genres, R&B, hip hop, and so on?
It's really like, it's a little bit of a struggle, but really, since she comes from an acting background, she's able to really sit into the moment and really get, get her feet wet, so to speak. So it's like, you have to really envision yourself in that moment. That's what I always instill when you work. Like, when you're writing these lyrics, I want you to be there. That's how I think as far as envisioning. I don't want an individual to, if you're going to talk about money, you're going to talk about cars, you're talking about, rich lifestyle, I want you to envision it. And I want you to talk and speak like that. Because people are going to be attracted to that. People aren't always just looking at what you are physically, but they're feeling the energy. And what I believe, like with any of these microphones, you're not capturing a sound. You're capturing a moment. You're capturing a moment in time. And with that, you have to be able to bring out those characters and breathe them into life. Just like any kind of production as far as, a movie or a script or a play or a show or, a radio show. You have to be able to bring the story that you're trying to tell to life. That's what I really get into her and feel that energy, not only with her, but every artist out there. I'm a pretty, nitpicky kind of individual. I'm flexible in some ways, and I'm hard as a rock in others. You know what I mean?
I've seen you work. I've seen you work, and You know, I seen.
tell them a little bit about my work process.
Oh my
Tell
God!
them
Like, you know, he wants everything quiet. He doesn't want the door opening and closing. He wants you focused, and like it's just crazy. I remember like one Saturday we were just in there working, and you know a lot of guys were just in and out. And they were like, "Dude, ain't you supposed to watch the door and make sure they don't keep coming in?" But I'm so busy on my phone trying to handle my business and you know, but I forgot about the task at hand. The task at hand was, you know, it was helping my partners out, you know, because they were really in there making magic. You know, and it's different when you make magic. Some people go in there and they'll make a song, but when you really make magic and you really can, you know, listen to a song and you really can relate to it and it hits your soul, like that new song. You remember when I sat down and I sat there and
you nearly cried.
like it hit my soul, you know, and we had just told this individual that you got to be hungry. You know, he's hungry. He's hungry.
Yeah, I see it.
Like, you know, he is like he has a hunger for it like he ain't 80 days. You know, and we told this certain individual like, you know, you got to be hungry, and we don't think you're. And really, you know, we see his appetite, you know, but we didn't see that hunger. You know, we see out that he a little hungry. You know what I mean? But hunger and hungry is two different things. You know, when you really want to feast, like, you know, like you'll show it. And you know, so we on this case, but really we're on this case because we're trying to, you know, push him. And boy, did we push him.
We did.
Boy, did we push him. That next song that he did, oh my God, I was, like I said, I was damn near in tears. I felt it in my soul, right? You know, and the way he works, you know, he's gonna push you to do better. You know, even with me, with the things that I talked about doing, you know, sometimes I don't even feel like talking about it on, and he gonna come up to me and we're gonna talk business. And when he's ready to talk business, and he's gonna listen.
So he's gonna motivate you.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna motivate you. And you know, I respect his work. You know, I respect his hustle, and I respect his grind. And I really see a future for you in this. You know, I really see like you and Banzo, like you two gotta stick together. You know, just like YG and Mustard. You know.
As long as your goose is laying those golden eggs, don't let that goose go.
You know, and you really couldn't have one without the other. I don't think YG would have any success without Mustard, and I don't think Mustard would have any success without YG.
Exactly.
You know, and that's my personal opinion. And then you got the RJ coming in, you know.
Yeah. I'm saying Nipsey Hussle coming in, TC,
you know, so
you got everything.
You know, so and it's the same way with you two. You know what I mean? Loyalty is something, you know, I'm very big on it. You know, it's like when I was doing music with my cousin, and I could have went all different type of avenues. I could have been doing this a long time ago, but I was loyal to my soil, and I was loyal to the one that I started with. You know, and now when I was in a messed up situation, and when I needed him, he was there. You know, because of the loyalty that I had to him. You know, you get a lot of people that, you know, they be rocking with somebody, and that person gets big, and bam, they're gone. You know, and it's just about, you know, pushing each other, you know, and making things work. Everything's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be peaches and cream all the time. There's gonna be some disagreements. There's gonna be some arguments, but look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is, you know, success. You know, like I say, you gotta want the success just as bad as you need air. You know, and for me personally, you know, by me being in the situation I was in for these last 4 years, to me coming home and being around my children and looking at the better life that I want to build and provide for them, you know, and I want it just as bad as I need air. You know, I can't live without it, and that's basically, you know, how I see life, and that's how I see your grind. You know, it's like, you know, you want it that bad, you know, because you're constantly working, and you're pushing me to do better. You know, so, like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Still learning. I never stop learning. I definitely will be, my knowledge will be flexed more, but I definitely won't stop learning. So I'll probably be in school, but I'll probably be in side projects as well. Who knows, I probably won't be in California, but who knows?
What about you, Satul?
Man, I see. You know what I see? I see a 48 floor, overlooking the skylights. I see myself, I see myself, my family's home country, you know what I'm saying? Just enjoying the most on the white sands of the Philippines, I see myself, interacting with the community, reaching out to these kids and being involved in fundraising projects for, different arts programs, not only just music, but arts in general, whether it's media, whether it's web design, whether it's acting, I see myself as being involved, on a statewide level and eventually on international stage. So that's my picture, I've met some individuals that have been in some really difficult circumstances and have benefited, the community of San Diego. Big shouts out to Mr. Reginald Washington, man, from Project Aware. He's in a lot with the children here in San Diego, a brighter future. They're involved in the epidemics that are going on out here in America. So, big shouts out to him. But I see myself making an impact. Whatever route it's going to be, whether it's for music, whether it's for media, whether it's working with the infrastructure through the electrical union, in some shape or form, I'm going to make an impact in this world.
It's crazy that you bring up the youth because my man, he has his own show on Saturdays, Message to the Youth,
Right.
and we've really been big on that, because we don't want situations to happen like situations with me and you. You got anything you want?
Yeah, tell us about a message from the
Yeah,
youth.
so a message from the youth, we tell things from the youth's perspective because we are the youth and we want to reach the teens around us. The people in Southeast San Diego, people in Long Beach, people in Compton, people everywhere that are youth, our age. Because we go to school, all we seen was violence. We was in the streets, we seen violence, walking home from school, walking to school, etc., etc. And people my age, all they think about is drugs and stupid stuff, partying, things that don't matter, things that aren't beneficial to you or your survival. You gotta make yourself in this world. You gotta know where you stand. You gotta know that you have a purpose. Because we go to school where teachers tell us we're not gonna be anything. We go to school with teachers that don't care about our purpose. We need that constant reminder.
Paycheck, yeah.
Right. We need that constant reminder, and it's better that we are the reminder because we are the same age group. We're together, I guess.
And it's crazy because you don't, and it's our teachers that don't care, but you don't care about the people that are going to lead this country in the future. Like you're raising future leaders, and and that's why hey, our school system, we have to really get it together, But then it's guys like you that that are really serious about the youth. But when I was a kid, and I was your age, I didn't give a damn about nobody else but my homies in my section.
Right.
And we need more kids like you. We need more shows like Message to the Youth. It's a great thing that you're doing, and and keep it going. Even when you're not a youth anymore.
Right.
It's something that you got to keep going to be a good mentor. We need better mentors and better big brothers and better big sisters than big homies.
Right, and I would say like seeing YouTube people here from an 18-year-old's perspective, that's pretty inspirational. It's influential to see that. Yeah, it's just like motivation, just sitting here right next to you.
Yeah, this guy I was talking to you about.
Yeah.
We got a whole lot of big plans between the two of us that that we're gonna be trying to do and to achieve. Just to make, like I said, just to make San Diego much better.
And for me personally, man, how old are you by any chance?
18.
Man, 18 years old. I'm no different than you. I'm no different than any person in this room. I got the same 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just as much as anyone else. I don't think myself entitled to. So for me, if people have that the desire and the hunger and the want for change, the universe is going to bless you. Even if it comes at you with such a big trial and tribulation, it will never give you anything that you can't handle. So, big props to you, man. Being involved in such a beautiful program such as this, desiring something and manifesting it, because it's not just about what you want and what you need. It's about what you're going to do with it. What are you going to do? What are you going to manifest into this world? What we have this beautiful mind that we have, and we come up with these amazing thoughts. We can come up with the worst thoughts imaginable and the greatest thoughts imaginable. But what we have our bodies for is to be able to manifest those thoughts into actions. And we're social creatures, We we're often taught, oh, I can do everything myself. You know, we live in a society, it's all about me. I can do this on my own. I can circumvent these individuals, and I'm going to be the picture. You know, we have a president, or we have a basketball player, we have, you know, single individuals, but we don't see the team that's around them. You know, every president has a cabinet, and every, you know, basketball player has other people that play different positions. They have coaches, you know, they have offensive, defensive coordinators, you know, they have
play your role.
general managers.
Right.
Play your role.
Play your role in your position. Play your role.
And don't be afraid to, you know, don't be afraid to give other people, you know, the limelight too, man. Share that stage, because that stage don't belong to you. You know what I'm saying? This earth don't belong to us, you know. The earth belongs to ourselves, and we're just given an opportunity to dwell here. This isn't our house. Like, this is our house in the sense that we inhabit this place, but it doesn't belong to us. The water, the trees, the air, we all share it. You know what I mean?
And we're just we're just passing through until the next generation comes, just like the ones people before us.
We got
all our ancestors, you know, and really we need to take care of it. To be honest, you know, before, you know, we don't know it, but you know, like everybody's mindset, you know, I'm loving the vibe, I'm loving what everybody has plans, you know. But if you weren't singing, if you weren't getting into acting, where do you see it? What would you be doing?
I throughout my whole upbringing, my mother taught me that public service is probably one of the most enlightening things that you could do for yourself and for others. So throughout my childhood, my mom had started an outreach program to teach kids theater. I mean, probably, I don't think music could ever not be in my life. So, but I'd probably be teaching as like an actual, that is my indefinite decision to be a teacher. Yeah, I'd probably do a lot of non-profit organization stuff with kids, because I do love kids. But yeah, I love music. Music has to be an aspect of my life.
That's because you were born to do that. Like I said, my sons, they were born to play football. They were bred to play football. This is what you're here to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand that. What about you to do?
Man, sort of piggyback on my upbringing, it's crazy because my mother, you know, my parents, you know, growing up as a child, I was raised around a lot of different kinds of children, because, you know, my home was residential care home for children that were, you know, taken into foster care. You know, they had a variety of, you know, developmental disabilities, you know, medical conditions. So for me, I felt like living a life to give and to guide people, you know, whether it's some kind of public service like along the lines that she's talking about, or just, you know, being a public speaker, you know, I've always been somebody to try and motivate and mentor individuals, or because I always like that feeling. I always like that feeling that, you know, somebody was going to come to me and be like, hey, Sean, hey, you know, I see something in you and I see potential, you know, and hearing those kind of words have always wanted me to give back to individuals. But for me, you know, like I said, coming from that kind of background and dealing with people from so many different walks of life and different kinds of, you know, physical, you know, conditions that they were born with, or they had issues that happened, you know, sometime in the early developments of life that have inhibited them from having the standard and quality of life that we take for granted, that we destroy ourselves, our body, with all the drugs or the violence, gang banging, or the, you know, I mean, just the toxic images that we see when we subject ourselves to, you know, while looking on the internet, you know, and these people aren't even able to have the ability to really digest that, whether it's good for them or bad for them. It really opened my eyes, you know, and I realized, you know, even to this day, like how much I took for granted, you know, having the ability to go out, having the ability to speak, having the ability to hear, you know, having the ability to be in this world, to be alive, you know. One of my cousins recently, you know, Jocelyn, she has a very severe condition of cystic fibrosis, and she recently just had a lung transplant. You know, and she's doing a lot better now. I'm so proud of her. So like seeing situations like that, like man, and seeing how she's able to overcome it and still aspire and do great things in this world, like what makes me any different? So for me, I see myself, even at a young age, I was going to be something. I was always taught that I was going to be something. My grandfather, he used to drive me around while my brothers are out there, digging ditches and cleaning up the yard. My grandpa like, here, hop in the car with me. I'm gonna go take you around with me and teach you something.
Bigger purpose.
Bigger purpose.
So if you had any type of artist in the industry to work with right now, who would that be?
Who would that be? That's a great question. There's so many.
Give us a few.
I would say, first off, I would definitely like to work with, Rita West, and their, six tape that they drop is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Kevon, definitely, I like his style. I'm saying something very, I like that whole, scene vibe that's going on. Obviously, my boy, Ryan MC, he's doing his thing out here. Out here in Dago, you know what I mean? Definitely check out KT, he's definitely,
Born.
Dago, bro. So,
You heard that, KT?
definitely.
We want to work with you.
Yes.
Tap in.
Yeah, definitely, just all the way up, even up north, you know what I'm saying? G-Dog, Remedy, some cats out there up north, out in the Bay, Sacramento, both sides of Sacramento, all sides of Sacramento, really, so I'm open to work with anybody, but, just a few names I'm willing to drop right there, man.
Now you. Now who is like your dream person to work with?
There's a lot of, there's a bunch of different genres that I like to listen to and I like to sing. But I'll probably, if I had to pick like one in the jazz.
Which one are you most comfortable with? That you could just show up
Show out.
and do it.
Right.
Probably like R&B. Like Normani's cool. And I like Joy Brooks. She's from the UK. She's a good artist. She's a good artist. Yeah, I like her too. And Normani. She's good too.
So here at San Diego's Middleman, we do a couple of topics. So I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys showed up.
I'm so happy you guys want to come back.
Yeah, I don't know if we've done you guys' Instagram plugs or not already, but we. C2 White.
Yeah.
C the number
two.
2 and then White.
WHIT.
WHIT. If you guys want to follow them on Instagram and keep up with them.
Mine's MsChieko C2100.
MsChieko. Follow them definitely. You guys will post things that are going on with the production, music, anything coming up for the next couple of months. Definitely follow you guys and.
Oh yeah, and I also do. You just reminded me.
Of course. No.
What I got going on today, I did just drop a free beat challenge. So I uploaded something to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/C2White, same as my Instagram. I dropped a free beat, and essentially it's going to be running all through this week. So whether you're going to be singing, rapping, even spoken word, record yourself on your smartphone, submit it to me via Instagram at C2White. And whoever wins, whoever gets the most comments, the most likes, the most views collectively, is going to get a free beat and a free session off me. Free custom beat, it's all yours. I'm not asking really for anything. So, but the key to the contest is you have to submit it to my DM. It has to be the one that's posted on my profile, but there is no limit as far as comments. So if you got an individual who's going to comment 50 times a day, even if it's one person, each of those comments is going to count towards a vote. And whoever got the most comments, likes, and views on it wins the free beat and free studio sessions.
So all you musicians, you artists out there, it's a free beat and a free session. Go for it. A lot of you guys out there complaining about this and you ain't got that. If someone giving it to you, they're giving it to you, tap in. Take the extra step. Take the extra mile. Get the work done.
And I'm doing another thing with a promotion every Friday for the rest of 2019. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm dropping a free beat every Friday.
Free beats.
Every Friday. So there's no reason as far as, you know what I mean, oh, you know, I'm not extending, you know, opportunity. Look, I'm giving you guys free beats every Friday from now all the way into the end of 2019. We're doing the free beat challenge for the first week, and it's not going to be the beat that I'm, you know, releasing for free, you know, within either this week or the weeks to come. It's going to be a completely separate beat that we'll sit down and collaborate and really, you know, knock it down to, you know, to with my expertise and my swag with yours. So, you know, it's going to be customizable. It's not going to be, okay, I just have a beat on the background, I'm going to give it to you. It's going to be a real comprehensive. We're going to sit down, we're going to map this out, we're going to get in the studio, we're going to make sure we get some really good engineers, some real vocals on that, and we're going to really move something. So.
Right. Well, you know, I want to thank you guys for, you know, coming in and being able to talk to us and, you know, give the fans what they want. And I really appreciate it. On behalf of San Diego Middleman, you know, you guys are more than welcome to come by anytime you like. You know, we talk
If you guys have any new content or anything like that, you guys are welcome to come back and we'll share it. If you guys want to collaborate and do something else, you know, we're down to do that here.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we do here, so we have, you know, Joseph and Aaliyah. They usually do sports. Aaliyah was telling me a little bit earlier, one of the sports topics that she wanted to talk about was the soccer rights. Pay is definitely not the same for men and women. You're saying somewhere upwards of 300,000 for guys, and what did women get?
Women got 85,000, and that was their max. And they also play way more games than men do.
And what is the star player? What's her name? With the pink hair.
No, I forgot her name.
Anyway, we know her brother. We're in the program with her brother, and ESPN came down and did a show. I mean, did an episode. But yeah, they and she's one of the big main people that are, you know, that are complaining about they're not getting paid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think I've seen something like that. And what was the article that you want to read about?
So all 20 players on the United Soccer Women's team complained about their rights for the pay. So yeah, they're all complaining about fair play towards how much pay they get because, well, they play more than men, obviously, like way more games.
In the same type of league.
Yes. And the difference between men's pay is actually a lot more than women's pay. That's $215,000 more than women would get paid for the max.
And that's crazy. And they're the ones that are making it to the World Cups and winning, and you don't want to pay these women their money.
Yeah.
That's definitely not fair at all. Sounds sexist to me.
Yeah. And
Sounds like America to me.
sports like that, yeah, sports like that, you'll see, you know, American football, huge, you know, but women's football is not going to be.
What do you mean about American football?
Well, like football, yeah, not soccer. That's what I'm saying. Men's sports predominantly will dominate the pay. It shouldn't be like
I
that.
don't call soccer football.
In español.
I just never been the type. Soccer and football is football.
Football is
Gridiron.
football is football.
The gridiron. I used to get mad. Like I would be having all kinds of big debates about it. But yeah, that's not fair, bro. That's totally not fair. That's absurd.
You say that women play more games.
Yeah.
On average, how much do they play more?
Like 20, 30 maybe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
More work on the body. And that's crazy. And I think that they, you know, I'm pretty sure that they generate around the same amount of money.
Yeah.
You know, so why not pay them?
Oh, the sporting events?
Yeah, like sporting events. Like, you know, I think they generate the same amount of money, so why not pay them how they deserve to be paid? You know, like they're out there putting their bodies at risk every season.
Right.
So why not pay them? You know, I don't see anything wrong with it at all.
So Tariq usually does entertainment news. So for this one, I'll let you pick, depending on the time and whatever whatever we're going to talk about. Elijah Cummings.
Yes. The black community just took a big L yesterday with losing Elijah Cummings. He was a powerful congressman. He was leading against Trump. The Trump probe. When you guys remember back when Trump was talking about how Baltimore is infested with rats, and they said it was a false claim.
Hey, that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. He was heading for what Trump called the witch hunt against him.
Right.
I remember maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, Elijah, he was talking to the director of the FBI, and that was one of the things. This guy's fair. He's thorough. He's friendly, and he knows exactly what buttons to hit. And it's really sad that he passed.
And he died so young. He died at the age of 68.
Mm-hmm. October 17th is when he died. Mm-hmm. About him.
So Maryland Republican Elijah E. Cummings, he's a sharecropper's son who rose to become a civil rights champion and the chairman of one of the U.S. House committees leading an impeachment inquiry of President Donald Trump, died Thursday of complications from long-standing health problems, and he was 68. Cummings was a formidable orator who advocated for the poor in his black majority district, which encompasses a large portion of Baltimore and more well-to-do suburbs. As chairman of the House Oversight and Reform Committee, Cummings led investigations of the president's government dealings, including probes in 2019 relating to Trump's family members serving in the White House. That's according to APnews.com. So yeah, he did a lot for the community. He's really an adamant leader in Baltimore, and I know Baltimore's taking this really badly. So shout out to Baltimore, and we'll keep y'all in our prayers, especially his family.
Did they have who's going to replace him? Did they figure it out yet? Yeah, we figured it out. I'm sure. This is what yesterday.
You can let me in Congress.
What would you do,
Joseph?
I'm worried about the kids, man.
Right.
Kids.
What would you do if they gave you the position? Would you pick Trump out?
Man, I definitely, he's gone.
Would you wait a day? Would you wait a day?
I would wait a day. Like
Almost sold out. Huh?
I've always been, because I've always been, I like the Trump when he was on Little Rascals. That's the Trump that I like. That's the Trump that I remember. That's the Trump that I grew up watching. Little Rascals. He was cool. He was cool then. And as far as a businessman, I believe, that he's a good businessman. But as a person, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on, dude. Like, you just...
And a lot of it is he's playing on a lot of people's emotions because that's the political climate that we're living in too, and that's what a lot of people get misconstrued, is that with this digital age, is that people see based off these platforms, they don't really go in depth. So for him to be able to play out these emotions, utilize clickbait and tactics in order for people to build support for whatever policies and agendas that he's pushing for the GOP, that is something that's very troubling because he's setting an example for politics over the next few decades, essentially, and utilizing that bully pulpit in a way to where he's pushing an agenda for corporations and for a lot of these special interest groups, and he's profiting off that while he's still in the White House. But that's not only just him, though. That's a lot of these politicians.
Yeah,
and we can't just put it all on.
The Clintons did it when they were in office.
They used mafia tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the cool part is, I think it is important that we have an individual like Trump because it brings everything to the fore. We are so used to the American dream and the masquerading that these politicians have utilized, coming in from these Ivy League schools and utilizing certain kinds of words to mask their true intentions. But he was able to bring to the American public what's been shrouded. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the growing deficit, whether it's the growing tensions as far as not only in the Middle East but also in the Pacific. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of situations are happening because we're in an evolutionary process as far as the world. And for him to be able to showcase our blunders on such a national scale, it's very important for us to decide what are going to be the new leaders of America for the next few decades. Who are we going to pass the torch on to for the decades to come? And that's something that is not only just up to our parents, but it's up to ourselves now to make that decision in society.
I'm hoping that everybody goes out there and votes this next upcoming election. Get out there right now. Make sure you guys are registered beforehand. Watch the debates and really listen in, because the next person it's going to be the next leader of the free world. And it's important.
Yeah.
There's so many of us. We could, we could change the tides.
And also, who's to say that the next person that we elect is going to be any better?
Kanye 2020.
Well, Kanye.
Definitely not Kanye. If Kanye, if he even tries to run, get me out of here.
Harambe? You guys remember?
Yeah.
He had votes. That gorilla had votes in the last election. So let's just throw that out
For
there.
real?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I am
I
not.
didn't read that when I read
Look
that.
it up. Look it up. That's comedy. It's straight comedy. And it just shows all of those votes. Imagine all of those votes are people who were out there just wasted it on the dead gorilla. Like,
What if he did vote?
It's America for you.
Then what would happen?
It's America for you.
We can't treat voting like a joke.
No, and for those who say that voting, their count doesn't matter, it does. It really does.
Right.
It really
Because
does.
some of the kids these days are like, no, it doesn't really matter. No, it actually
And
does.
it's because of the things that a lot of our parents are installing into our head. I hear a lot of stuff out there when I'm on the streets, and so many people always they're so opinionated about certain things, and it's like, okay, you really don't know what you're talking about, and a lot of them do their research on certain things.
Yeah.
Because we think that your vote doesn't count. I would know if you don't go vote.
So let's wrap it up. So my portion of it is community events. We have Lizzo actually coming to town. She's doing the Of Course I Love You tour. And that's going to be over at Cal Coast Credit Union Amphitheater. Thursday, October 24th at 7:30. And tickets start at $92. So it's not the most expensive, but it's a decent price. There's also another local community event, a Many Shades of Pink event on Saturday, October 19th, 2019 at 1380 Harbor Island Drive, San Diego, California. It's a fashion show honoring breast cancer survivors. It's going to be at the Sheraton Marina Pavilion. And then there's going to be saxophonist Jasmine Gant, G-H-E-N-T. General admission is $40 for that, and dinner and the show is $75. You can buy tickets online at ManyShadesOfPink1.com or call them at 619-937-2041. This has been Javier, Tariq, Joseph, Aaliyah. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. Gabrielle and C2 White Chandler. Thank you for coming in. And if anybody wants to hook up to you guys' Instagram, C2 White, and then we have, MsChieko. That's MsChieko. And we have a Facebook page, facebook.com/SD Middleman.
Hey, tap in. And don't forget about It's Bigger Bands.
It's Bigger Bands.
It's Bigger Bands.
And message to the youth. Tap in with us on Instagram.
Check out his latest single, Down Bad.
Down Bad.
Down Bad.
Album coming out.
Listen to that.
Riot Control. Make sure y'all tap in. You guys have a good one.
Cut.
Fresh out.
Oh,
Long
man.
day.
Yeah, it was like, it's a good show.
Great show.
Yeah. You got nice pictures and all that?
Definitely good. All right, YouTube. Oh, wait. All right, YouTube. And stream. There you go.